Hi there. As promised, I'm back today and I'm going to show you how to make homemade vanilla. So I sent away to Amazon to get some Madagascar vanilla beans. I looked locally in Boise and I'm sure they have them somewhere. I found them at one of the stores that I frequent, and I decided I didn't want to take out a second mortgage on my house in order to buy the vanilla beans. So I looked on Amazon. I looked at several stores but couldn't really find, they either didn't have them or the prices were just not acceptable. So I found some on Amazon, and I actually bought them in two different occasions. I bought this one first from a provider, and they only had like 5 or 6 beans in here, and I know I needed more. So I found another provider, who had these, and there are 10 in here. Now, this is the bottle I'm going to put them in. Tom found these for me. He knew I was looking for a bottle like this, and he found one, so he picked that up for me. So here's what we do. I'm going to take this package and I'm going to cut it open. They're vacuum sealed. And I'm just going to fill this bottle up with these beans. I'm going to open them so I don't have to tear this bag quite so much. There we go. That's better. And here we go, right here. There are 10 of them in here. Ooh, yeah. They're definitely vanilla beans. And I'm going to put them in here. Now, I found these instructions on the internet. I Googled how to make your own vanilla beans, and there's everything from extremely complex to extremely simple instructions, so I opted for the simple. And it's I don't have the appropriate lights, but let me see if I can hold this so you can, yeah. But it's pretty much filling the neck of the bottle here, okay? And so I don't really have a lot more room for more beans. What I'm going to do is save these. They have an expiration date of December 31st of 2019, which is next year. So I'm just going to save these, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. And then all I have to do is find some vodka. Now again, I sent Tom for this one because I'm just not really much of a drinker. And so I asked him, he's not much of a drinker either, but I asked him to go get some vodka for me because maybe he could pick one that's kind of mellow. And I didn't want to get cheap. I go into the liquor stores and get cheap rot gut vodka. And it's funny because I'll ask the attendant, I said, I'm going to do an unusual question for you. I want the cheapest vodka you can give me. I don't care if it's rot gut because I'm not using it for drinking. I'm using it to mix essential oils. So I didn't want the cheap rot gut stuff. So he found what he believes to be a mellow vodka, and it's vodka. You can't really smell very much. And I'm just going to fill this bottle up with the vodka. And I'd hold it up, but I don't want to spill vodka all over the place. So there we go. Getting close to the top. Oh, not quite. I'm going slowly because in order to best have lighting for the video, I have to turn off my kitchen lights and use the ambient light around me. My kitchen lights provide like hot spotlights, and they're not that good. Okay, so there we go. Now we're just about full. Almost. And he actually bought the size bottle, just exactly the right size bottle. But I want to make sure that I don't overflow it and spill on the counter here. Here we are. So that's all of it going in. And I could actually use a little bit more, so we might go get some more because this bottle is a little bit taller. And we want to fill it with the vodka and then just seal it. And we want to wait a month at least. But I've heard from what I've read and seen on the internet, 6 months or better. So I'm just going to put a little label here and date it November of 2018. And then come May, I should have some vanilla extract. Now, this is vanilla that I bought at Costco, and I'm looking at the ingredients here, and it says vanilla bean extractives in water and then alcohol 35%. So I have a feeling that our vanilla that we're going to make is going to be much better and just much, you know, much more of a vanilla taste to it. So according to what I've read on the internet too, I've never done this before, so I'm excited about it, because this little bottle here costs, it's 16 fluid ounces, and it costs $35 and change. And I have about this much of it to go. So I figured with the holidays and everything, I'll probably go through a lot of vanilla, but by the time this is gone, I will probably be ready to get into this. So what I've read on the internet and heard through videos, etc., is that you can now take your homemade vanilla, and one lady said she had been using it, the same bottle of vanilla, for 30 years. That what she does is occasionally she tops it off with more vodka, and she will replace a couple of beans here and there, or add a couple of beans here and there. So she's treating it like she would a sourdough starter or any starter of that nature, and just constantly replenish it. Initially, this was kind of an expensive process, but not really significantly more expensive than buying the bottle. So I thought, why not? Why not do this? Because in the long run, it's going to save us money. It's just vodka and vanilla, and why not? Why not just do it? And it's going to, in the long run, be less expensive and a better quality. So for those of you who do not wish to drink, or not that you're going to sit here and drink vanilla, but for those of you who don't wish to have the alcohol, well, let's just put it this way. My husband did not drink. My husband David did not drink, my late husband, and but he didn't mind that we had vanilla in the house or any of the other extracts, because when using it when cooking, the alcohol dissipates. But I do use a white powdered vanilla, and I forgot to get it out, so I'll go right over here in my pantry and get it. I use this white powdered vanilla to use with my frostings, because I like my whipped cream and cream cheese frostings to be as white as possible. I don't want the brown vanilla to change the color or impact coloring if I'm using food color. So the ingredients are vanilla bean extractives and a dextrose base. And as I'm looking, it's gluten-free and allergen-free, and it's not showing any nutritional information, so I don't know how many sugars are in here, but again, I use a teaspoon of this at a time, so I'm not too concerned about it. And it's not essentially overly sweet. I have not noticed that it doesn't taste like sugar. It's not overly sweet. So this is an option if you don't want to have the alcohol, or if you don't want to have the coloring. They also make clear vanilla extracts, but I'm not sure how authentically vanilla they are. Anyway, that's what I have for today. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out in another 6 months. I am going to top it off with a little bit more vodka to make sure the beans are completely immersed. And I guess the other option I could do is take the beans and just cut them so they're completely immersed. Either way, I like the idea of topping it off with vodka and just having the maximum amount. That's what I have for you today. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend, and I'll come back at you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Well, I'm trying to say goodbye here.